So we're moving on to Unit 8, which is finding areas of triangles, parallelograms, rectangles, and squares. So you guys were pretty good at this. So hopefully we do really well in this area. So number 1, what is the area of the triangle below? Well, if we remember our formula, area equals base times height, and I got to divide it by 2. So area equals, my base is 12, my height is 4. Remember, your height always goes with the dotted line. So 12 times 4 divided by 2. Well, what's 12 times 4? 48 divided by 2. And 48 divided by 2 is 24. And it's going to be feet, and since it's area, squared. Hopefully this is coming back a little bit. Same thing, what is the area? So here's my base, here's my height. Just because there's decimals doesn't mean I do it any differently. So area equals base times height divided by 2. Area equals, my base is 10.7 times 3.4, all divided by 2. So I'm going to use my calculator. 10.7 times 3.4 gives me 36.38. And I'm going to divide that by 2. And I get 18.19. And that's going to be kilometers, and its area, so it's squared. Okay, so that was the triangle. Make sure you go back and study your formulas for this one. Remember, it's base times height for a triangle. Let's move on to number 3. What is the base of a parallelogram with a height of 7 feet and an area of 42? So, first of all, parallelogram formula, area equals base times height. Now, I'm finding my base. I don't know what that is, so I'm just going to leave it as B. My height is 7, and we know my area is 42, so I'm substituting them in. This is usually where we struggle a little bit. So make sure you substitute in for exactly what they give you. They give you the height, so put it in. They give you the area, so put it in. Now this is just like a regular solving equations. How do I get rid of the 7? It's being multiplied, so I divide both sides by 7. So B equals 6. And it's feet, just plain old feet, because it's a side. Okay, number 4 is exactly the same type of question. So again, it's a parallelogram, so area equals base times height. It has an area of 22 and a base of 2. I'm looking for the height. So my area is 22. My base is 2. I don't know my height. Again, I need to get the variable or letter by itself, so I divide both sides by 2. So my height equals 11 inches. Okay, let's move on to our last question already. This is a short one. Number 5. A book is 7 2/3 inches wide and 11 1/3 inches long. What is the area of the book? So this one's a little more in depth, but we shouldn't have any issues with it. A book is what shape? It's rectangular. So a rectangle, parallelogram, square, we use the same formula for all of them, which is area equals base times height, or length times width. So I'm going to use my 11 1/3 and multiply it by 7 2/3. Okay, just as we do every day with our fractions, what do I have to do with these fractions? I need to turn them into improper fractions. So to do that, I multiply 3 times 11, I get 33, and I add 1, so that's 34. I multiply 3 times 7, I get 21, plus 2 is 23. Now, do I need to do any flipping with multiplication? No. I am done with it. All I have to do is multiply straight across. So 34 times 23 gives me 782. And 3 times 3 is 9. So let's see how many times that can go in. It is real ugly, but we see that 86, so it means it can go in a full 86 times. So area equals 86, and there's going to be some left over. So I have to figure out what 9 times 86 is and subtract it. 774. So I'm going to subtract that from 782, and I get 8 left over. I cannot reduce 8 and 9, so that is it, and it's inches and it's area, so it's squared. So that is my final answer for this one. Okay, so area equals 86 and 8/9 inches squared. And that is it already for this unit. So there's going to be a few games after this to practice, and then there will be the try your skills. So if you had any problems, make sure you go through and practice some of the games. All right.